All right, y'all. Movie 2. Y'all know what it is. Easy the King. Like and subscribe. Excuse me. And I got this movie I highly anticipated. I told y'all about it. This is week 1, movie 2 of Animal Horror. And I'm hitting y'all with the #1 classic of all time for horror, for animal horror. Dun-dun, dun-dun, dun-dun. Jaws, #1, the original OG. Now, I gotta put a PSA out there from my last video with Anaconda. When I said I don't got the nostalgia for this, that doesn't mean it wasn't a hell of a movie. It wasn't a 10 out of 10. I just meant this movie came out in 75. I was born in 84, so I didn't grow up with it. But as I said in the last video, Massacre was made in I think 74 also, in the same time span. And I can take myself into those time spans and put myself in a character's perspective. Getting on with it. I gotta get this, because this, like I said, I didn't grow up with this, so I gotta check the notes. I'm finna get the cast and a little backstory out the way, and we finna go with it. As I said, Jaws was made in 1975. Roy Scheider is Martin Brody. He the police chief. We got Richard Dreyfuss as Matt Hooper. He's like the iceologist, you know what I'm saying? He know the scientist kind of guy, but he, you know what I'm saying, grizzled. He an old veteran of the war. He know all about this. And then we got Robert Shaw as Quentin. He's the captain. I mean, there's a few other characters sprinkled throughout the movie I'm not going to get to, but them the main 3 who it's about, and the damn shark. And then we got Murray Hamilton as Larry Vaughn, Mayor Vaughn. And I'm going to say this once and for all. This is one of Steven Spielberg's greatest movies ever. This coined the phrase blockbuster, meaning when it came to the movies, you know what I'm saying, everybody go and see it multiple times. Lines around the corner type. This is the movie that started this. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know about E.T., Jurassic Park, Encounters of the Third Kind. All those are classic, iconic Spielberg full films. But this is the movie that catapulted him into being labeled, if you want a blockbuster summer jam, popcorn action flick, you go to him for it. And his role in the film Hollywood history was cemented, I believe, personally, from this day forth, when this movie came out. And the budget was a measly $9 million. But the box office was $476.4 million. So that tells you this was a mega hit. And that 476 million point four, that tells you, equivocate that today's time, that could have been damn near 2 billion if that was today's money. But now that I got the cast out and, you know what I'm saying, all of that, I can get to it. Jaws, you know what I'm saying, it starts all of the tropes for shark infested movies. Anacondas, crocodiles, alligators, any kind of, you know what I'm saying, any kind of sci-fi channel movie you've seen where it's a 8-headed alligator with, you know what I'm saying, dorsal fins. And you know how they do all them sci-fi horror, you know what I'm saying, crocodile experiment movies and stuff like that. This created that genre and the tropes for how the movie is to be played out from first, second, and third act. It's brilliant. And like I said with my Anaconda review, I still personally stand by the Jaws shark animatronic not working. What makes the movie so great is the fact that my bad, forget it. What makes the movie so great is the fact that the shark doesn't work a lot throughout the movie, kind of like that movie just did right there, and didn't work for me. But the shark was, you know what I'm saying, it kept malfunctioning throughout the filming. So it's a lack of scenes with the shark, which intensifies it when it's on screen. Because it's like, if you read the script or you heard from throughout the history of it, they tell you the shark was supposed to make a lot of different appearances, but it malfunctioned so much that they had to go with different scenes and edits and cuts for, you know what I'm saying, to make up for the time that the shark couldn't be on screen. But the movie starts off immediately. Beautiful lady swimming in the ocean. Whoosh, get taken down by the shark. So instantly your antennas up like, whoa, wipe the sweat off your brow. Like, you know, it's something finna happen with this. And they say during filming, excuse me, the lady in the ocean for the scene was damn near drowning because they was pulling her under in like the tub they had her in. And her reactions was so pure, that's what made the scene even better. Now, as we get to the movie, this is a small town in New England where the Mayor Vaughn is like, this beach is great for the summer tourist months, and he loved the money and revenue that comes in. But Martin Brody is telling them like it's a danger this year. This shark has killed people and wounded a few people throughout the months coming up into the summer. So he telling them we should shut it down for this particular season. The mayor is totally against it. So to compromise with each other, he tells them, get you a team together and go try to track and hunt it and kill it before the summer months come, and we can divert that, you know what I'm saying, disaster altogether. So that's where Martin, Matt, and Quentin character all converge because they all grizzled war veterans and they've been on, you know what I'm saying, the industry of, you know what I'm saying, zoologists, oceanology, all that type of stuff with sharks and water mammals and creatures. So they know what they doing. So they, you know what I'm saying, assembled a team. And throughout the movie, to be honest, for me personally, nothing really happening. It's not like other movies I'm gonna review in this particular week where you seeing the animal and it's multiple kills. It's not like that. The shark is barely in the damn movie. The movie, let's say an hour and a half. The shark in the movie about 5 minutes total. You know what I'm saying? And they giving you all kind of exposition. I mean, they're acting. Roy Scheider, Richard Dreyfuss, and Robert Shaw's acting is A1, on point. But for me, it didn't give me the sensation of this damn shark out here. Like, not like this movie way better than The Meg. But The Meg presence was there. You felt it. With Jaws, I didn't feel it, so I can't overhype the review just to overhype it. I'm going from how I felt, even if I put myself in a situation. It's not because the movie old. I've seen movies older than this where that didn't matter, so it's not about that. It's just, for me, the nostalgia for Jaws is a good movie. It's not a repeat watch for me. It's not something that I go to every Halloween or nothing. It got to be a special moment, and I damn sure got to watch it, with someone who hasn't seen it or ain't familiar with it, because it's nobody in the world who hasn't seen Jaws. But maybe like they ain't so familiar with it where they know the lore. Like me, I know the lore and everything about all the movies, which became terrible after part one. But at the same point, I'm not a real big fan of the franchise in total. So overall, I gotta be honest. The fans, the critics, Cisco and Ebert, everybody you might see on YouTube, they gonna get this a 10 out of 10. For me personally, this is a 4 out of 10 for me. It wasn't that good to me. It wasn't interesting, and I can't just go on nostalgia and iconic just because everybody love it. To me, this is a flat out 4 out of 10. It's just like, if you seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original version that I got in my background, that one. If you see that today, that could be lame as hell to you after living through the 80s, 90s, 2000s. Jason, Freddy, Michael Myers, you know what I'm saying? Scream. When you have seen so much gore, people cut in half, guts spilling on the floor, Walking Dead, people eating your guts out in your face, then it's the horror in that is so lame to you, you can't like it from a perspective of modern. You would only have to judge it from its era. That's how I view Jaws. If I seen Jaws in its time frame or like at the movies present, I would have a totally different feel. But this is one of those OG classic movies that didn't do it for me. 4 out of 10. That's all I got for you. ZZ the King. Like and subscribe, and I'm out.